Eno ye Salam TV.
Alhamdulillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You're still watching the Alhidaayah Show, a show we have each and every Thursday of the week, and we are still talking about back to school preparation. And this time around, we are talking about back to school, not only in the aspect of school fees and books, but also in other aspects of how best we can prepare our children mentally, emotionally, and also in character-wise. So parents, today we are looking at how we need to prepare our children, not only in terms of books, in terms of academic excellence, but also in terms of the other side of them, which is preparing them for the bigger picture, which is preparing them for the world. Because when you look at, we are not saying that don't look at the academic side. We are not saying that, because even Islam emphasizes us. So when you look at Quran, that is chapter 20, verse 114, it tells us to always say that may Allah increase us in knowledge, which means knowledge is very important. And when you look at the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said the best preparation you can give your child is good education and a good upbringing in one of the hadiths. So we are not saying that don't look at that side, also look at it, but there is this other side that we are leaving vacant. There is this other side that we are neglecting to an extent that our children get out of schools when they are not ready for the world. They cannot work. They have excelled in books, but they are not practical. They don't have the practical skills. They don't have the interpersonal skills. So how best are we doing this? That's what we are talking about today with Coach Zaitun Kachama. Coach Zaitun, when we look at our children, we so much have the other part of the emotional support, whereby we say we should love our children so much, we should put them in our duas, we should as well teach them to pray for themselves. That emotional part of it, I know some parents are neglecting it. Some parents are taking it for spoiling children. It's like, if I've given him whatever he needs, then why the hugs? Why there's so much love you're talking about? How is this part preparing our children for the world, and why do we need it so much as parents, even this time round when they're about to go back to school, that emotional support?
The truth is, most of the things that we are going to do as adults, or even as we are growing, we need to learn to manage our emotions. We need to manage ourselves when we are happy, for example, or when we are unhappy. Because life is between happiness and unhappiness. And many parents think that their children are supposed to be happy throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the year, which is not, it is not real. It is not, it's not the real life. And we need to help our children appreciate that there are times of, when we are unhappy, there are times of scarcity, there are times of when things are not moving, the way you want them.
There are times of being alone.
Times of being alone. There are times of being, for example, when we are going back to school, for example, where we are going to be amongst so many people. Your toes will be stepped. You are going to be, disturbed by your fellow peers. There is a lot of backbiting. There is a lot of, bad manners that go on as as we are going through school. How is your child able to manage their excitement, to manage their happiness, and to manage their success? Someone has passed a paper, okay? How are they able to manage themselves? How do they even relate with those who probably did not pass like they did? If you went for a paper.
Yeah, we've even seen children who will complain, maybe call you on phone, or when they see you, no one loves me, they don't love me, they talked about me. They are finding problems with managing their emotions.
Exactly.
And it is breaking them down.
And your children, or our children, need to be helped, because we too are still going through a number of things as adults, but we need to be helped that their life is in between the plus and the negative. There are times when you will pass, for example. Then there are times when the exam will not be as you could misfire, you could, you know, you could fail to finish a paper in time. They could bring questions that you don't even understand at all. So it is in between, you know, life is like that, okay? And not everybody is supposed to like you. Not everybody is supposed to like you. You need to know who your friends should be, and you need to know that you can even walk out and walk out of a friendship.
Not all the time you should be the first, because you even have those ones. You find them getting sick just because
they were
this time they
number
were
three,
second.
Second or number three. And it comes from us parents, you know, telling our children that for us we are number one. If we are not number one, you know. We need to be real. Our children need to be going through what life is. Because life is not about getting everything. You know, that instant gratification. Someone needs something and then they get it immediately. We need to look at the requirement list, for example. I hope they've given them to you, because I think it's now late. The list should have come in by the weekend or maybe last week. But in case the requirement list comes in, you as a parent, you need to look through. You need to check what this child needs. You need to know what is urgent, what is important, what can wait, so that they don't get everything. Because life, you as parents, you know, life does not give us everything we want all the time.
And this is what is on ground. We are also experiencing it as adults. I don't know why we want to show to these children that whatever you want, you must get it right away, and in that real amount you want it, even in excess.
The exact time, the exact amount, the exact thing, and you know there is no way you cannot get it.
So we are doing a disservice to these children.
I wish all of us would think of what would happen to our children when we are not there.
Yeah, when we are not here.
Because when they go away and go to school, it is some sort of, it is another way of helping us know how our children are going to thrive when we are
without
not
us.
here. Because most of the time we are not with them. Okay? You can maybe get a call or make a call and go for visitation.
So this is a modeling ground of what would happen in case we are not in their lives.
If you are not there, or if you're not able, because there is being present, but when you do not have the ability anymore, because sometimes it can be financial inability, sometimes it could be physical inability. You could get an accident, they cut off your legs, you could get a disease that makes you, incapacitated. And you are truly unable.
Even distance these days.
Even distance. People, today we go and work and look for money from so far off places. So parents need to assist their children to gain a certain level of emotional and physical independence. So that your child can be able to go through the daily challenges, because every single day your child is going to go through a challenge. Sometimes it's not from so far off, it's simply falling. What does your child do when they fall?
When you're not around.
Even when you're around. What does your child do?
And parents always, they don't give them chance for that. They always come in right away.
They don't want them to cry.
Yeah, they don't want to cry.
Go down, you fall, don't go there.
Whenever they fight, she will come right away, come into the fight. Don't beat her, don't beat. They don't give them the time to see how they would do it.
How do you fight? Which extent do you, what can you do? What can't you do? Someone is going to say now if they cut each other. How come your children get to a level of thinking they can use a knife on somebody? And if you don't know now, suppose they grow up and they kill their wives or their husbands, okay? So we need to help our children balance between the good emotions and, the bad emotions. We need to help our children appreciate that life can be, there are times when you're going to be sick. You're in the sick bay. How can you be able to manage? Who are your friends? How can you be able to balance between the studies and sickness? People fall sick towards your name, okay? And we have children that have done exams on cannula and they pass.
Yeah, we've seen a number of them,
But the emotional stability, the emotional strength is what your child is going to use to know that I probably broke my leg.
Yeah, do they even know that maybe in such times you even have to pray for yourself? Before doing a paper, did you even train them that before doing a paper, you first pray? Pray
That
to
there's
Allah
a
to
dua
give
that,
you.
yes.
Yeah, a dua. So those are all skills we need to give them as we preparing them to go back to school. Thank you for those insights, Coach. Now, as we already almost come to an end of the show, I would like you to talk to the fathers specifically today, because I've had a lot of complaints from the moms who are saying that dads are injecting a lot of money into the children. Dads are injecting a lot of things, material things into the children when they are going back to school or even when they are at school, maybe during the VDs. To an extent, a child will tell the mom, don't come over on VD, let father come or let daddy come, because they know they get even excess from the fathers as compared to the moms. So we are getting this so much today, and many moms are crying.
Which country are you in? In the country that I'm in, women are complaining that the dads have completely neglected injecting anything.
Then for me, I'm getting from the other side, because
I think it's from either side. It can be, sometimes it's
and I've also heard it from the father. I held I was on call last Friday, and the dad was like, I feel just because I'm not always home, I'm not always with my children, I feel these material things are going to bridge the gap.
Oh.
I feel when I give them much money, they are going to love me. Not okay to
they
bridge
won't
the
miss
gap.
him, eh?
Yeah, they won't miss me. So I heard it even from the dads themselves.
Oh.
So that justified what the moms are complaining, that these fathers are giving a lot to their children.
I think parents need to appreciate, even us who are seated here, that as we are taking care of our children, we have supplementary ways of looking after our children. Money is not going to sit in for you. Where your child, for example, needs a hug from you, where your child needs a thumbs up,
It's the hug they
or,
need,
where your child needs a smile, or some kind of it's some sort of push. You can do it, my daughter. You will. It cannot be compensated by money, because money is just some sort of intoxicant. The truth is, it can help us forget for a while, for just maybe the happiness is there for the day. But afterwards, your child needs to hear you tell them that they are going to make the A's, that you know that they are able, you know that they're going to be that big person. You need to see them.
Those
you need to look into their
words of
eyes.
affirmation.
You need to look into their eyes. You need to hold their hands, if need be, depending on the relationship that you have. You have built with them. Your physical presence cannot be compensated by cash. That is just being twisted. It is just lack of options. I think parents have really, really, really chosen to work. There are parents who are like, whatever you tell me, they need money. But at a certain point, you are going to look back and you're going to regret why you never went in for a sports day, why you never went in for your swear-in for your child, why you never went in for that visitation, why you never sat in the parents' meeting, all right? Why you never, escorted your child to the bank, for example, though these days we are doing mobile banking. But the times when you could take, your child goes to bank their fees, that action of sitting with your child, and you move in the line, you go to the till, and you do that action of paying fees for them. You are planting a seed in your child of so many things. One, there is a connection, emotional and physical connection. Two, there is love. You going in and pulling that money out of your pocket or your socks or wherever, and you deposit it for this person. You are training your child that people pay fees for their children. So your physical presence cannot be bought by anything.
By money, by material things.
Parents, our line in this show is you are your parent. You are the parent of your child. Your child is practically seeing what you're doing, and they are going to replicate. They are going to do what you have done.
And at the end of the day, we are getting problems like children manipulating their parents. especially the fathers too, and especially the girls.
Yeah.
Because they know you love them so much, you give them whatever they want, even in excess. You find a girl telling a dad, if you don't give me this new phone on market, I will know you don't love me. And you're going to find a dad moving up and down because a child told him
That
I will know you don't love me.
You know, children are not as young as we see
As
them.
we think, yeah.
That is one thing that we forget. That is why they can quickly jump that money thing of yours. It's like they can easily read that that is a weakness. Okay? They can easily interpret that my dad can be manipulated in this way.
In this way.
Okay?
Yeah. And you'll find a child only doing it to the dad and not doing it to the mom because they know. That's what takes us back to what you said. They are not as young as we see them.
They are not. They are not. That is why they do things and we keep getting shocked. Every other time the parent does not believe that your child, my child cannot, my child, she's not the one.
You think you know them too much. Yeah.
They are looking, they are learning, they are watching, they are learning, and hope we are helping our children be able to sieve between the good and the bad. Because the school provides all that.
Yeah.
Whichever school you will choose, even in a seminary, whichever school, even though it is a theological school, the vices are in there because vices move with the people.
Yeah.
Your child should be able to pick the good over the bad. Recently, I was helping a parent. A child was expelled. They were in she is expelled because she's around a group of people who have a very, very nasty vice. Okay? And when the school was expelling, everybody who is in the vice and is in connection, friend, moves with, talks with, was expelled. But when I was talking to this young girl, I was like, but how come you, of all the people in the school, you choose to be a friend to this person?
To this
who everybody is saying that that person is A, B, and D, does A, B, and D. How come for you choose to be their buddy? It means either you are in for what they are doing, or you do it with them, or you support you admire, or you are on the positive. You are in that club. That is why when the school says go, for them they are not wrong.
Yeah.
But our parents out there, does your child know who to befriend?
Yeah.
Do they even know how to run away? Because sometimes probably someone has hidden their character, and then somehow the character comes out. Does your child believe in breaking a friendship?
Yeah.
The girl child has a problem.
They don't match values with.
Whose values do not match with your, because your children's values are right now your values. Yeah. Does your child know that you can move away from a friendship? Do they even know how to disconnect, without disturbing the social environment, without disturbing, their education, without creating havoc in the dormitory, without having maybe to even fight sometimes? Do we have that kind of skilling? That your child can be alone. It's okay to even be alone sometimes, because if everybody is doing wrong things, you can't choose to be the only person.
Alone, and it's okay to be bored, because this is when the mind becomes so creative. Think of new ideas, think of more solutions to the problems around.
And sieving, you start sieving more when it comes to who to become.
And also reflecting how you've been, what you've been doing, and what are you doing today, and how to change, what to do better. So, dear parents, we are still, as we come to the end of the show, we are talking about things we don't learn from schools. What skills are you going to input in your children in these remaining days before they go back to school? Because they are not going to get them from anywhere apart from you. They are going to get them from the home schools, the values.
Parents are going to bring bouquets of money as success cards.
As success cards. But what skills, what interpersonal skills have you put in these children? What conflict resolution skills? What problem-solving skills have you put in these children? How emotionally have you supported them? How have you held or modeled emotional independence to these children? So these are things that we need to do in these remaining days to see that we send them back to school when they are in a proper state of being alone, when they are in a proper state of managing the world outside without you. So parents, we look at holidays sending back to school as not only the time of packing bags, but also the time of packing their hearts with love, packing their minds with knowledge, and also packing their souls with faith. Thanks you so much for watching. Hajat Zaitun, in 1 minute. Just
in 1 minute.
1 second.
Yes. Let's take back children back to school in the best package.
Yeah.
They should be physically fit. They should be mentally fit. They should be ready to pass. You give them their provisions that are possible. Let us pay the fees. Let us go and provide. You just provide an environment for them to learn.
Yeah.
If a child needs medical checkup, please let us do it and ensure that we take them when they don't have tooth challenges, eye challenges, and all that.
And yes,
otherwise, we need to pray for our children. We continuously pray for them, and we keep teaching them to pray for themselves, hoping that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless them as well.
Yeah. Thanks so much for always watching the Alhidaayah Show every Thursday, that is 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this program a means of beneficial knowledge and also a means of transformation to the Ummah and also to the future generation. Thank you so much. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Eno, ye Salam TV.